On this edition of Lexington Now, the new Digital Access Project partnership, Horse Mania is here and Woodland Park gets upgraded. I'm Neil Noah and welcome to Lexington Now for the week of June 20th, 2022. Fayette County will soon have a publicly accessible database of tens of thousands of historical property records containing information about enslaved people running all the way back to the 18th century. This thanks to a new partnership between several local organizations.
Today, the federal holiday for Juneteenth, we come with news of a partnership that's bringing Fayette County's historical records of enslaved people to the digital age. This is big news for our community. I'm so proud the city is a part of the Digital Access Project, along with partners like the Fayette County Clerk, UK's Commonwealth Institute of Black Studies, the Lexington Black Prosperity Initiative, Bluegrass Community Foundation, and the Knight Foundation. This is a big partnership. This project will allow easier access for the general public to gain insight and information about those who were enslaved in Fayette County. By putting these historical documents online, it will be possible for anyone around the world to learn about our city's history.
The project we're announcing today on the site of one of the most important slave markets in the United States then is part of a long tradition of memory keeping, community curation, and intentional preservation. The Digital Access Project, or DAP for short, is the result of a couple of years of careful planning and collaboration that brings together partners from the University of Kentucky, the Lexington and Fayette County communities to digitize Fayette County's earliest property records. The deed books we will focus on contain complex handwritten property records from the earliest days of Kentucky statehood through the era of emancipation in the 1860s. This summer, our inaugural class of digitization interns, made up of both UK graduates and graduate students, are gaining valuable experience in these precious and well-kept records, while developing best practices for future classes of interns with the project.
On May the 23rd, 2022, we kicked off this project by digitizing our first indexed book to deeds and mortgages. This project will continue until a total of 137 books identified as deeds, wills, burnt records, along with their indexes, are all digitized. This process of digitization project involves scanning approximately 61,242 pages from archival types of books. You know, those old heavy, dusty, hard to read, cursive, colonial style books. And because we're gonna scan every page associated with these books, don't think that this project can be completed overnight, because the overall process of this project does require patience, persistence, precision, and professional care in order for us to get the best possible digitized images available for the general public's viewing.
The names, the families of all of the people sold formerly at Cheapside. They have lives. They had lovers. They had people who cared about them, and now we will finally know their names. After generations of hiding behind history and not telling the truth, we finally have an opportunity to truly bring our community together.
We were told there is no history of blacks you won't find your family. And it absolutely is not true. I've found 4 surname generations of my family in the deed records. Patience. You start with what you know, you go backward. If they owned any property, that is a deed. That deed references every time that property has been sold. So you start with that deed and you read all the way back until the beginning.
The project is off to a strong start, but more volunteers and funding will be needed as Shay and his team at the county clerk's office digitize 137 deed and probate books, and our team of University of Kentucky scholars begin the arduous work of transcribing the records and providing programming and context. We welcome the entire community, individuals, businesses, philanthropists, and foundations to join us. If interested in becoming a funding partner, just contact me at the Community Foundation. The story we are telling here today is about creating a more generous, vibrant, engaged, and equitable community. That's the mission of Bluegrass Community Foundation and why I am so honored to help advance the work of all these good people and this project. Happy Juneteenth to everyone, and thanks to all of you for being with us here today.
Horse Mania is officially out of the starting gate with a kickoff event held at the historic Ashland Estate.
We are here today to celebrate the 2022 version of Horse Mania.
We are going to have about 165 horses total, and that'll include 75 professional artists that were selected through by sponsors that came forward to sponsor the project. They, in the order that they signed up, they got to look through the 400 designs that the artists submitted, and they got to select one to commission.
I've been very happy to have an amazing sponsor, which is Cumberland Valley National Bank. They have been with me with this step by step, and LexArt's organization has been just outstanding in helping me as well. I started with wanting to represent the diversity of blues which are in Kentucky, and when they come together, how it sparkles and how it blooms. There is roughly over 30,000 right now rhinestones, and then I also use acrylic paint and a lot of epoxy.
Some of the horses were actually sold outright up front in a Buy It Now feature, and so those horses the sponsors will own after the 5-month public exhibit. They'll get to place it wherever they would like to. The rest will go to auction at Keeneland on December 2nd, so we're super excited about that, and anyone can come forward to claim a horse at auction.
Some of these horses tell very deeply personal stories. There's a horse out here called Amazing April, which is a tribute to a friend who passed away from breast cancer. And then my personal favorite horse so far is one of the foals. It's a foal from Deep Springs Elementary. And the teacher there, the art teacher there, spent the time to sit down with every student in the school, 500 students, and she matched the skin tone of every student in that school. What a wonderful way that art can bring inclusion and representation to the entire community.
Our big offshoot of Horse Mania is what we call horseplay. And horseplay has happened in 2010. It was a really exciting program in 2010 where the schools were able to access horses in foals, the smaller horses, to paint in the school system.
LexArt approached me and they said we have a wonderful companion program to our Horse Mania that we did 10 years ago and we want to bring back. And I said, that sounds amazing, what more can we do? And so we brainstormed, we put together the whole entire program you see here today, which is all the foals that went out to, I think it was 78 different schools and programs every public school, private schools, and individual programs that had a bunch of children working on them. It was a wonderfully gratifying experience because one of the things we came together to do was create an internship program for the kids working on it, so they got to come in and get real experience as an arts administrator and see what a career might look like. So honestly, the whole program paid dividends 10 times over, and we have these amazing foals that the kids put together that I'm really hopeful we can get back to some of these schools or get out there to make sure that the arts programs can be well funded.
So during the public display, we're going to be asking you, the public, to do some grassroots support and scan a QR code and give a little bit of money to help us get those horses back to the schools so that we won't have to auction them and do it that way, that we can get them right back to the schools. So look for the Fund for the Foals program coming soon. We hope that you can support that and help us get those horses back. If you can hear the way the kids are so proud of these horses, we want them to be back in their original home.
So there's a quote in Mr. Holland's opus that I love a whole lot, and they're talking about we need to teach our kids reading and writing. And Mr. Holland responds, if all we do is teach them reading and writing, what will they read and write about? And so anytime I think about the arts, it's about fostering the imagination, the creativity. It's also cross-disciplinary because everything can have some art to it. You know, I want my architects to understand what aesthetics are so that when we build a new bridge, it can look as beautiful as those of old and hold up for a long time. So again, arts is important. It fosters so much in our children, and I'm happy to support it.
We're going to be putting all of the horses along the Newtown Branch Commons so that the schools and their families can come out and find their horse fairly easily. You can always go to the LexArts app and find where all the horses are located. We did kind of do an overlay of sponsor locations and seeing kind of where it made sense that the sponsor could get a little recognition and also, you know, being in the public eye.
So you may be asking real quick too, how do I get one of these horses? I want to just close by saying that this is LexArts' 50th anniversary year. LexArts has been in existence now for 50 years. And we'll be having a fabulous party on December 2nd that you all need to put on your calendars out at Keeneland, where we'll be auctioning off probably about 30 horses that are still left at the sales pavilion. It's going to be a fabulous event, so much going on, and some of these horses will be available at that time for auction. It'll be great to see, and who knows, maybe you can bring one home.
We hope everyone will come out and check out Horse Mania 2022. This is really a fantastic way to celebrate our community, the creativity here. We have so many artists involved, so many kids, so many schools. It's really just a community-wide effort to celebrate the arts. And we will be, all the funds that we raise during this event, we will be putting right back into arts programming, more public art for our community, arts education. So really, really a great effort, and do appreciate all of your support to make this happen.
Woodland Park gets some upgrades after the break.
Shoo-wee!
So sorry, Blade. We forgot to bring a bag out with us.
Dog waste can harbor viruses, bacteria, and parasites. Rain washes that down the storm drain into our local creeks.
And it smells really bad.
Ew!
Thanks for the bag. Now we can bag it, tie it, trash it. It's that easy to keep our kids safe and our creeks clean.
Now I can breathe.
Welcome back to Lexington Now. Woodland Park has received upgrades to both its facilities and programming. We were there for the ribbon cutting.
Today is a fun day, a day we get to celebrate a new multi-purpose building and our amazing therapeutic recreation program. Woodland Park is one of the jewels of our park system. This park offers so much to our community. Tennis courts, a ball field, aquatic center, basketball, skateboard facility, and more. And it is home to large community events like the Woodland Art Fair. So with all the activity taking place here, it is important to provide facilities like this new building that are accessible to all.
We're so excited to announce the opening of this beautifully redesigned restroom and therapeutic recreation center right here in Woodland Park. As you all know, this building will provide clean, safe amenities for everyone visiting the park, which is located, as the mayor said, right here in the heart of Lexington's 3rd District. Woodland Park is near and dear to many Lexingtonians, including myself. When I first moved here to Lexington, Woodland Park was one of the places that I came to visit most often. I spent many hours playing tennis and meeting with friends and reading by the pool and watching performances by the gazebo. And I'm sure many people here today have fond memories of this park, which is a very, very special place. In my role as council member, people contact me regularly about the park with ideas to make it better, more inclusive, and just to share how much they love it. And this ceremony today is ultimately about the importance of investing in our parks and green spaces. We all know how valuable these places can be to our community. And when we listen to the needs of our residents and invest responsibly and thoughtfully, we can build and maintain resources that are accessible to everyone and benefit everyone. So you all, I'm so glad that you're here today to join us as we mark another investment in this historic park and as we celebrate one of Lexington's most beautiful and vibrant public spaces.
Investments in the park allow for enhanced and improved programming and user experience on a daily basis in all seasons for our community. We are pleased to open this building, the first of more to come here at Woodland Park. Additional ARPA, American Rescue Plan funds, investments of $1.4 million included in Phase 2 are coming to Woodland Park. The Woodland Playground will be completed this fall for a $150,000 investment. A new feature at the Woodland Pool to include a replacement of the old pirate ship for roughly $525,000 and to replace pool filter tanks at $225,000 in the next pool season. And then finally, the tennis courts will get overhaul and replacement for $500,000 in fall of 2023. Numerous hours have gone into community engagement, planning, and preparing for these improvements, and there will be more to come. So we look forward to hearing from you and engaging with you to find out more about how you would like to see Woodland Park grow into the future.
This program is vital to our community's abilities and individuals who have disabilities and or disabling conditions. It provides an opportunity for them to be able to come and experience one of our best parks. Not that all of our parks aren't great, but this one holds a dear place in my heart as well, just like Adrian said. And it's so nice to be able to offer the amenities to our campers. Our programs for therapeutic recreation started with a summer camp at Castlewood Park back in 1955. So we've been around for a really long time, and I'm just very, very grateful for the opportunity to get to do what I love every single day with the participants that I get to work with every single day as well. We constantly hear from families and community members about how awesome and how incredible it is that we offer a program like this, and we're one of the very few like parks and recreation organizations in the state of Kentucky that even offers something so specialized. So we're very grateful, and I know that the campers are excited about being here as well and seeing the new building as well.
2, 1, cut.
New jobs and services are coming with Valvoline's announcement of a new maintenance facility for commercial truck fleets. Our cameras were there for the ceremony.
Most of you know that Valvoline's world headquarters is located right here in Lexington. I take great pride in that. I think we all do. It's my pleasure this morning to help our friends at Valvoline officially open this center.
And I am thrilled to represent a diverse area with diverse neighborhoods that not only include neighborhoods, but also amazing businesses like Valvoline that make a huge difference in our local and international economy. One of the things I love about being a district council member is the opportunity to meet new people. District 11 is represented by a wide range of businesses, and now many with Class 5 to 8 vehicles. Driving around the town branch area, you can see all sorts of heavy-duty trucks that show how commerce is thriving in Lexington. You can see concrete mixers headed to the construction site. You'll see municipal safety vehicles like fire trucks at the Lexington Fire Training Center that help firefighters stay safe and train for their job. The Fayette County Public School Bus Garage is also nearby, all vital vehicles that keep our community moving. Valvoline's Fleet Heavy Duty Service Center operates at the same speed of service as our fleet owners so that their large trucks don't have to be out of commission for a day or more just for preventative maintenance. They can be back on the road to keep Lexington moving.
We're just here today to celebrate another great chapter in the life of Valvoline, such a great corporate citizen for this community. In great cities, we do have great corporate citizens, and in Valvoline, there is no doubt that Lexington has a corporation that is known and respected around the world as simply the best at what they do. We're so proud that you call this community home.
All right. All right.
A busy week of live meetings is on the schedule on Lex TV, and as always, you can watch the proceedings here or streaming online. And remember, for the most accurate and up-to-date information on all city business, check out our website at lexingtonky.gov. Here's this week's meeting coverage. That's all for now, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media. Check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.